Hi folks, thanks for joining me again. I'm Stephen Cronin. This is another watercolour demo. Instead I've used a photograph of Sutton Park that I took the weekend and then just tried to create the sort of as loose an impression as I possibly could from it. So let me show you the photo I've used. It was quite a bright day, but the sort of shadows in the wrong place. I wanted something in the foreground. So I've had to sort of bear that in mind as I've done it. Some nice dark tones here and there to work with. So let me show you the colours I've used. So I've used ultramarine, lemon yellow, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. Got the large Ron Ranson hake. Got a, I shouldn't leave that in the brush because you get these, the hairs go all angled, see look. And then a couple of riggers, a 0 and a number 3. Let me show you my new book. This is Painting Loose Landscapes in Watercolour by myself. Loads of step-by-step instructions there. I've just took a series of photographs from start to finish, just to help you follow the process right from the beginning. So there was the painting that I did using the painting. That was Sutton Park, and then just doing it from one all the way to the end, to the finished painting. Yeah, this was that the next one? No, this was the next one. This was, what's this one? Yorkshire Moors. So there's the painting, and then starting with the sky and just working all the way through to the finished painting. A few little close-ups as well, just to help you with the detail. So that's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's I always say Amazon, but it is available on other retail outlets as well online. Right then, so start off bit of alizarin, not alizarin, raw sienna. Sit that down to the bottom and clean the brush. Bit of ultramarine in there as well. Horizon's quite high, so I ain't going to mess about too much with the sky. That's enough for that, I think. So I'm going to mix the two together. And put in the most distant trees. So we're sort of I'm going to stop this from dripping down. I'm going to make some clouds or something out of it. Just where I can see the paint dripping. That'll do. Now the most distant trees, they're sort of predominantly blue up and push them right back. Got a few more over there. Let's put a bit more ultramarine, raw sienna into it. These ones a little bit closer. Something like that. Just whack a bit of burnt umber into it. A bit of light red. Into the blue. I'm going to switch to a little size 0 rigger brush and just suggest a few things growing up there. Not too much, just a flavour. And a smile there as well. Random details here and there as well. some bushes there. I'll make these red. These are gonna don't want it too strong. I want to go into some lemon yellow now. There's lots and lots of grass. Yeah, a bit of raw sienna, a bit of lemon yellow. I'm just going to start over here. Bit of light red, bit of burnt umber. Just trying to vary the colours as I come down. Bit of ultramarine. Right, and then back to a lighter colour. Let's go into some raw sienna. Lemon yellow. Well, it's time to put a few trees in now, I think. Sort of put the basic ground colours in there. So first of all, let's just make sure this is flat, and I'm going to get the rigger brush. Start whacking a few trees in, I think. So number 3 rigger. I'm just going to take a bit of brown, a bit of blue. And start off just somewhere around here. Put another one in there. I want to keep these fairly sort of, don't want to go mad with them. They get a little bit bigger as they go over to the left. Just keep reloading the brush, brown and blue. Nice dark mix. Now these ones are going pretty high, well they're actually almost to the top. And often just barely touching the paper just to get those really narrow strokes. Get a bit of ground. Just Bit of groundwork in there now. A few darker tones, a few shadowy sections up there. I've also got a few trees on the right hand side as well, so let's pop those in now. Same same brush, number 3 rigger, burnt umber, ultramarine, dark mixing. I'm just don't know about that eye, it's just short little things these are. There's something else there. Again, just want to pop in a few little darks. I think these need to be a bit darker actually. Darker sections. And what I might do is just spray all the hairs out like that. And then just put a little bit of foliage on these, not too much. Just a hint. Just a little something on these as well. Right, let's get back to some lighter colours. In fact, what I might do is just put in this path. Just take a bit of red, a bit of blue. I'm going to push the grass up. There's a bit of grass in the middle as well. Just push the grass up to this path. Right, just gave it a quick dry. I just want to dry the brush a little bit. Just take a bit of burnt umber, ultramarine. I'm just going to pop in a few little bits of grass and tufts and things, and try not to go over the top with it all. If I switch to the rigger, I'm just putting some lines there. It's a slightly different angle than the photograph, but I haven't worried too much. Right, I'm going to put in some big foreground shadows, I think. First of all, that just needs to be dry to make sure. It's going to be pretty strong, I think. Bit of brown, red, blue, nice little shadow mix. Something like that. You can imagine you've got a big shadow coming from the left. So I'm just going to go woof. Little shadows coming across there as well. Right, back to the rigger brush. And I'm going to put our little man. Where's it going to be? It's going to be up here. Trudging up the hill. Little dog just in front. Pop a few random fence posts in. They're not in the photograph, but I do like a few fence posts. Just little random details. Let's just stick some over there as well. Cast a few little shadows off them. A bird up there. And I'm just gonna sign this one down here and call that one finished. So let's compare that to the photograph now and just see what it looks like. So there's the painting in the mounts, and that's what I was working off. No real shadows or anything to work with, so I've tried to make a feature of the shadows in the foreground, big, strong, cast straight across the path. The rest of the composition, I've kept it fairly low to the reference, but just tried to really sort of loosen it up and paint it almost. I wasn't quite sure really when I finished this one whether it was any good or not, to be honest. I think these big foreground shadows definitely help, especially when I look at it from a distance. And then I'll just cast a few narrower ones as well across the middle there. Put a few little fence posts in as well, another excuse to cast a few more shadows, just constantly trying to enhance the light. A few more on the left, try not to get too mad with it. You see the sort of distant tree line, just use the blue, same colour as the sky, to push it right back. Try and create that depth, and a bit of rigger work on the trees there. Just a bit of light height work just to suggest the foliage. Same on the other side. Just a light touch with the rigger brush to get the thin lines, and then light touch with the hake as well. A little bird up there flying. The distant trees, just using the corner of the hake, and got a few dark tones in amongst all the undergrowth, and then just use the rigger brush as well, just to try and define the path a little bit better, and then the path leads its way. So our little man there just about see his dog walking off into the rest of the park. So it's my loose impression of this area of Sutton Park. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks as always for watching, for your comments. Do join me over on patreon.com/Stephen Crone if you get the opportunity. Loads more videos over there. All the books on Amazon, paintings are on eBay. So if you've got any questions, please ask. Keep practicing, and I'll see you again soon.